Mike Bush joins us now with sports, and the American Olympic team has that certain touch.
And we're only halfway done, Chris. Boy, oh boy, you're right. Midas never had it this good. Everything the Americans touch at the Olympics is still turning to gold. You'll see a recap on all the day's action immediately following this newscast, but I do want to show you what was perhaps the most dramatic moment of the week. The first women's marathon ever run at the Olympics, Swiss runner Gabriela Anderson-Scheitz, agonizing over the final 400 meters. Many of us will never forget this scene. She was dehydrated. She was exhausted. She had lost her equilibrium. Her mind seemed to be out of it, but not her heart. She made it to a standing ovation, crossing the finish line in 37th place. Tonight, she is back in the Olympic Village, out of any medical danger. American Joan Benoit won the gold in the third fastest women's marathon time ever. It's a good thing the Royals have been too busy to read the sports pages, because the fact that the Detroit Tigers are baseball's best team seems to have escaped them. The Royals swept a doubleheader from the Tigers today, completing the sweep of their four-game series. Game one was scoreless until the fourth. That's when the Royals turned up the dial, getting 2 runs. The second here on John Wathan's RBI single, plating Darryl Motley. Royals led 2-0. They upped it to 3-love in the 6th. When Frank White unloads deep, way back, it's a Gurn for Kern. Royals go on to win it final 5-4. Brett Saberhagen gets the win. Quiz picks up his 29th save. In game 2, this one belonged to Charlie Leibrandt. A 6-hit shutout. Royals a winner 4-0. Royals now come home just 2 games under 500. And as we check the rest of the arithmetic tonight, the Royals are now just 3 games behind the Twins, who beat California. The White Sox shut out Milwaukee. The Yankees and Blue Jays both won today. It was Boston 4-2 over Texas and Oakland 5, Seattle 4. In the National League, the Cubs still a half a game ahead of the Mets in the East. Pirates, by the way, released Amos Otis tonight. The Giants won their first game under new manager Danny Ozark. The Phillies beat St. Louis, and it was the Reds and Padres both winning their games. Well, you don't solve mysteries in the first chapter, and so it's hard to tell too much from the Chiefs' first preseason game last night. What I can tell you is that the Chiefs did not win. The Saints beat them 34-20, and that there's a lot more work to be done before opening day. For instance, on defense, on the Saints' first possession, they beat the Chiefs with the run, going 11 plays, 71 yards, including 21 yards on the ground from George Rogers.
I don't know. Anytime you get a team that kind of moves down the field like that on our defense, we like to take pride in it, and we don't like it to happen. So we're going to look at the film and try and better ourselves.
On their second possession, the Saints beat the Chiefs with the pass. The big play, a 47-yarder from Ken Stabler to Eugene Goodlow.
I just think we had a lot of inexperience back there, and it kind of showed tonight, because we don't have a lot of young players that have the defensive scheme really set in their minds right now.
The defense did have their moments, like Calvin Daniels' blitz that turned into a Dean Prater touchdown. And rookie Bill Moss looked excellent with 3 tackles and a quarterback sack. But starters against starters, last night's game wasn't even a contest. Offensively, Aaron Makovic never really took off, but then it never got clearance. The Chiefs only put the ball in the air 29 times, way below last year's average. Todd Blackledge getting the bulk of the work, getting 10 of 19 passes for 140 yards and 1 interception.
You know, we had a lot of young guys playing, and it's a somewhat of a complicated system for them to get used to, and we made some plays, and you know, I think that's what we just have to build on that.
It wasn't much of a running game. Youngsters Darrell Posey and Herman Hurd had a hard time finding the holes.
What about your performance out there tonight? How would you evaluate it?
Fair. It'll get better over time. I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable and everything.
Of course, with Ken Lacey on the bench all night, still nursing the groin, and Theodis Brown out of action with a strep throat, the running game question is still unanswered.
So are a lot of other questions. But that's what training camp is for. And the Chiefs can breathe easier knowing there's still 4 more weeks till they have to do it for real. Now, next week, the Chiefs will travel to St. Louis to play the Cardinals. That'll be a Friday night game. Meantime, tonight out at KCIR, the finals of the ADRA Summer Nationals, the biggest bash of the Kansas City drag racing season. They're running late. What we can tell you, though, the funny car finalists are Don Prudhomme and John Force, and the top fuel finalists are Dick Leahy and Don Garlitz. And finally tonight, another installment of the Bush Leaguer. And let's take a vote. How many of you think Tommy Lasorda should never be allowed to take off his shirt in public? Come on, Tommy, it's obscene. Too much linguine with clam sauce, I think. Some great catches this week. George Wright of the Rangers and Scott Fletcher of the White Sox. Nice grab there. But our catch of the week right here, the guy with the net. Nice grab. They're starting some nasty rumors in the outfield these days. Can you blame them? All right, check this out. Where's this guy going, huh? Whoa, get back there. And finally, these mascots can sure get irritating. Boom. Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Attaboy, Penguin.
That's a look at sports.
All right, thank you.